Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. In the last one, Sakura has been killed off. We've been left with 6 students, and it looks like we're going to be reaching 5 soon if the class trial kills someone else off. So, let's get back in here and figure out who killed Sakura. Let's talk to Kyoko first, I guess. But for Sakura to have been killed, yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
It's true.
She certainly didn't, I wouldn't say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hands on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
They would have needed it to do it if they expected to stand any chance against her. Well, there's this protazine. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance of the room.
So...
It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it, and everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
Wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know. But still, this protein can. Its label on it is Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem Lab had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten it from the Chem Lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange. Huh, what is?
Hey.
You see what's scattered around the can. Shards of light blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
Correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can. They're also underneath it. Why does that matter?
So...
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like this could become an important clue later on. An important clue? I'm not sure how I see it. I'm not sure I see how. Maybe it was on the chair. That could be a possibility. Empty protein drink has been added to the truth bullet section. Let's check Sakura. Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of a blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally I wouldn't have any problem believing that's what killed her, but according to the Monokuma file, she had also vomited blood, and I could see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So what would have caused her to vomit blood? Monokuma's file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Status of Sakura's body has been added. Maybe her getting hit on the head is somehow caused her to start vomiting blood. Not a chance. Yakuya.
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on the most interesting location. Interesting.
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. Okay. This looks like some kind of wrapper. Huh? That's... Do you recognize it, Hina? Well, yeah, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So, after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. So, you gave candy to Sakura? I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You really like them that much. But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now they've lost all their flavor. Hina? Polka dot candy wrapper has been added to the truth wallet section. There's also this. There are shards of glass scattered all around chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have been originally a bottle. Glass shards on the floor has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Huh, there's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. Figure on the floor has been added to the truth bullet section. What the? I didn't even click on that. I clicked on the locker all the way on the other side of the room. That's the same pool table. It's not really related to the case though. Yeah, I clicked on this. Don't click on that, please. Huh, the locker's open. And there on the inside, it's a handprint.
Why?
What's a handprint doing here? It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker. It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker, and it left a handprint in all that dust.
It's true. And
it looks quite fresh too. I'd say someone was hiding here in the locker, and they left behind a little extra something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locked room was opened, don't you think? And during all this confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not possible. Huh? Why not?
Hey.
Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? It was open. Oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point.
Indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there after we opened the door. So then, what does this handprint mean? Locker handprint has been added to the truth bullet section. Huh. There's some more red bottles with Monokuma figures in them. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. And inside each bottle, there was some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is how they get those figures inside the bottles.
So...
It's no different from the standard ship in a bottle. Huh. You know where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside? You've never seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I have.
In other words...
So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. Monokuma bottle has been added to truth bullet section. I feel like I'm finally starting to get a sense of things little by little. The Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. There's red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle. Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with Monokuma bottle, right? The shard of glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say Monokuma bottle was the weapon. There's blood over here. There's a bloodstain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Magazine shelf bloodstain has been added. Maybe the magazines themselves? That's the same shelf full of magazines. It's all kinds of different magazines here. Time. Owie. Let's ask her.
What the heck?
We already know who did it. The Ikuya, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Then, let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all 3 of them to meet with her. You know where, right? Here in the rec room. What? After I went into the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she said she left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon? The Monokuma file says she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth. I've heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her, but she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, and that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I had stopped her, by force even, this never would have even happened. Hina. It's impossible to not have regrets, I know. Awie's account has been added to the truth bullet section. But the fact that she had asked those 3 to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time the place she ended up dying. It might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly. I don't see anything else. Byakuya. What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out? Interesting. Then it's true. I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said, and risk being killed by that monster? You didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Byakuya says he didn't go to see her. If that's true, well, until I prove it otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. Byakuya's account. Can I leave this room now, or do I still need to be here? I don't think I need to be here anymore. Let's go. This door is the only way in and out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Okay, can I go now? Doors only went in. Okay. I don't see anything else here. Let's talk to Kyoko.
Hey.
She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So, how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
Yeah. What else can I point out? Shards of glass again? Shards of glass. The glass is all red and top and bottom section's right. Originally from a bottle. Owie. Let's talk to her again.
What the heck?
We already know who did it. Let's talk to Byakuya again, I guess.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Don't make me repeat myself, yes. I did receive a note. But what fool would do what it said, and risk being killed by that monster? So you really didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura to date at all. Why can't I click anything else then? Candy. How about Sakura herself? Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped in this chair. It's an obvious evidence of multiple blows to the head Sakura suffered. Normally I wouldn't have any problem believing that's what killed her, but according to Monokuma file, she also vomited blood. I don't see anything else, honestly. Protein shake, maybe? There's some kind of plastic container rolling near the entrance. Okay.
Hey.
The glass.
Correct.
Underneath it.
So.
Okay. What am I not seeing here? The time, maybe? It's around 1 o'clock right now. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura died around 12 noon. So roughly an hour ago. Was that when Kyoko and I were moving Alter Ego? Can I go now?
Hey.
Okay. Can I go now? There's literally nothing here. I don't see anything else. Game. Here, I'll look at the locker game. Door of the locker's wide open. Handprint.
So.
Just skip forward. Same thing again. What the heck? Are we looking at the blow to the head? No. I don't see where else could have done it. Oh, the chair. The chair shoved up against the doorknob so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. And this kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. There was no evidence of the door or the chair being tampered with, or anything like that, so the killer must not have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside. A rec room door has been added to your truth bullets section of your handbook.
Listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished your general investigation? Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
So then...
Then, why, you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
Listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. She's decided? She's gotten a lot more pushy since we've had our issue. She's right, I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted me to meet with the other two people. I needed to hear what they had to say. Okay, so I can leave at least. I'm gonna go to the chem lab though. Can I please leave? I don't care about the door. Can I go? Are you? Oh, okay. Serious? You had to press the R button to leave. Not click on the door like usual for that room. Those other two probably went back into the rooms. Do I have to go all the way back there? Okay, I'll go there. I wanted to go to the chem lab first, but if you're forcing me to. So one of them's Hiro, and the other one's Toko. I'll talk to Hiro first. I press the doorbell, ding dong. After a few seconds, What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I wanted to ask you, wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. How did you know about that?
Could it be?
Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But, I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that? Oh, well, when she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note. She gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others, like, in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then, you went and met with Sakura. No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious. Actually, the last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt, and I took her to the nurse's office. I haven't seen her since. Well, while I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Oh, I still have it. Let's see. Hiro's feeling around in his pockets. Sorry, it looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh? Huh? What? Oh, candy wrapper, just like the one... What do you call it? Sakura had. Huh. Hina had it first, and then she gave it to Sakura. I'm guessing either Sakura gave him one, or for some reason he had one. Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash?
What?
Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked me to meet with her, or asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that it was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Pocket trash has been added to the truth bullet section. He said trash. I'm gonna check the trash room. I need to get more info. Why not? What? He just said trash. Go in the trash room. What are you, dumb? Where's Toko's room again? Here. There we go. I press the doorbell. It's gonna be Jill, isn't it? After a few seconds. Oh no, it's Toko.
Who's there?
It's me, Makoto. The most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
Oh? What do you want?
Well, tell
So
her.
you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Yep.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach.
Huh. Okay.
I was in such a good mood, too.
Doesn't seem like it. She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Seems like it. Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
What do you want? You said you wanted to talk to me about something. Talk. I wanted to talk to you about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you. Sorry about my hamster if you can hear him in the background. He's thirsty right now. He's drinking his water bottle. I don't know what you're talking about. The Akuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? Oh, that you were asked. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? Oh, I just said 2, didn't I? I know it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So, can you just tell me about it? I admit it, I did get the note. But I didn't go see her. I was so scared. So, I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept this fact. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. Toko's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Dang, he's thirsty. He's still going. Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next? I definitely have to look for the actual crime scene again. I'll definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again. But on top of that, maybe I should find out more about this protein can we found in the floor of the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. So where should I start? Chem lab. Also, I want to check the trash room. It's been a while since we've been in there, and it seems like a room we should be checking, honestly. Anything obvious? Nope. I wonder who's on trash duty right now. We've yet to ask anybody about trash duty in a long time. What the? What's this? The gates seem to be quite insistent about staying shut. Why do we have to keep having to deal with stuff like this? Where the heck does this lead? Second floor. Wait, I'm not allowed to the second floor right now? Oh no, this is not inside the school. Okay, makes sense. So I need to go all the way to the chem lab, don't I? So to the 4th floor and right next to the chem lab, so looks like Byakuya is in here. Let's see. Yep.
What?
Makoto, did you have an eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you mean was to say was, yes sir, I understand. Oh, I want to look at this liquid on the ground. Whatever that is. Can I look at it? This isn't the first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more importantly right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all this powder came from? Look at the bottle, the label on it. Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at that point, the room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been spilled.
So in other words...
That's right. It could have only been around the time of the incident. If that really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Source of the powder has been added to the truth bullet section. Footprints. These are footprints. And they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out a floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen.
What?
Well then, go chop chop. Okay. So I got to work, and before long I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. So how's this? Not bad for you, I mean. For me?
I see.
So, when you look at it like this, it's interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf and did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be.
It's
Makoto, are they
possible.
yours? No?
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes, and I'll confirm their size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so quietly I did what Byakuya said. See, your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately. But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. Then these prints are a really valuable clue? Huh. I didn't write it down, so it must not be that important. Let's see what's on the shelf. These are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter A. And a number. Well, I see a chemical C in there. What are you talking about? So I guess I can consider part of the shelving unit section A. Huh, but wait. Yeah, I noticed that earlier. There's a bottle here that's labeled Chem C9. Could someone have put it here on accident? Can I look at the bottle again? There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where the powder came from? It looks like the bottle had a label on it, Chem C4. I was on the floor this morning and checking things in that point that this room wasn't like this. And the powder must have been spilled.
In other words...
Yeah, around the time of the incident. He's already said this, so let's just skip past this. Let's look at the footprints one more time. If you lay out the footprints, it looks like this. And when you look at the pattern, whoever left these were on the left shelf on the left, and that's it. Went straight there and did something and then left. That's according to the footprints anyway. The prints are really clear, so it shouldn't be too hard to figure out whose they were, which means these footprints are a super valuable clue. Okay, so let's ask people about their shoes now, I guess. Chemical C. On the shelf is. One look and I can tell something. Nothing but dangerous chemicals. It looks like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number, so I can consider this part as the shelving unit section C and section B. So on the shelf is, it looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They are reagents. Put simply, they're used for experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must be truly be a bliss. Isn't that kinda harsh? What do you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter right now. I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with letter B and a number, so I can consider this as section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In which case, I don't think I have to worry too much about the shelf. I should try to find out more about the shelving unit. It looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A, dietary supplements, Section B has reagents, and Section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. But what concerns me is that in Section A, there was a bottle labeled from Section C. Sorry, my throat started acting up on me. What was the bottle of the poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on there. Chemical lab shelf has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Well, I don't see anything more important here. Okay. Yep, that's it. Back up. First I have to check out this area. What am I gonna do? Check this again? What's on the shelf? On top of that, chemical C. Footprints again. If you lay out the footprints. Blah blah blah. We've already read that. Prints are clear, then it's hard to do. Super valuable clue. What can I point out? Can I just leave? There's nothing here. You want to tell me there's something super obvious here? Broken bottle from the shelf, where powder came from, like Chem C. Okay. That's not important either. What the heck? Is it the C one again? These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter C and number, so I guess I can consider this part of shelving unit C. What the heck? What's on the shelf? On top of that. I'm so confused here. There's nothing else I can click on. You want to be any more obvious? I don't want to click on that again, please. Can I just look at the liquid? There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I'd better not leave a footprint. I should probably take a hard look at the powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. There's also remains of a broken bottle. It looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. Also, it looks like someone left some footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning, blah blah blah. According to Byakuya, the powder would have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Footprints in the powder has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. There we go. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look at the route in the rec room. Thank you for letting me get out of here. Could there be anything else in this room, though? Monitor. Yep, that's it. Okay, let's get out of here. Back to the rec room, you say? It's all the way on the first floor, isn't it? Or not first floor, second floor. I think it was second floor, right? No, third floor. Yeah, there we go. Right there. Okay, let's check. Back in here I go.
Hey.
So, Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko and Toko what Toko and Hiro had told me.
I see.
I see, so along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient, someone must be lying. Someone lying?
Anyway...
Well, I've made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, and shelf of magazines in the Monokuma bottles. These 3 things have been revealed new clues. You'd do well to look at them over one more time. Okay. There are shards of glass scattered on the ground. Bottom section's a bottle, right? Originally been a bottle. On top of that, near the glass, the Monokuma file. Okay. He's asking me to look at these, but I've already did it. I think Kyoko said she found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottle. Something new, something new. They're chess pieces. So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful. There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. It's chess, isn't it? A correlation, Hey Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is?
So...
I don't mind guiding you toward clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusions, so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer. I do trust you to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree. Monokuma bottles have been updated.
Hey.
Actually, there is one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's been bothering me. I like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment?
Anyway...
Can you gather all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? And try to get the smaller pieces, too. Huh? Are you sure it's okay to mess with a crime scene like that?
That doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya is not here, so...
So then...
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab, so while I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. With that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I'd better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work in collecting all the broken bottle pieces. Why are we doing this? And just as I finished up... Sorry to keep you waiting.
So then...
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So what kind of experiment are we doing?
In other words...
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of what? The pieces of glass you collected. And one of the Monokuma bottles that is still intact. Well, what do you want to do that? Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
Listen.
First, let's compare the weights of the 2 normal Monokuma bottles. It's the same. It's balanced.
In other words...
Which means Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Which makes sense. Monokuma figures inside are basically the same and nothing else could really affect the weight.
So then...
Now, here comes the most important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might you expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out, or the pieces I collected would be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
So then...
Okay, then let's give it a try. Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How's that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought. What?
In other words...
The results of our experiment are in correlation between us, each of the bottles, but to put it all together.
Hey.
And I believe you will arrive to one of the persuasive conclusion. So what do you think it's all on you? So what do you think it's all on you? Monokuma bottle experiment has been added to the truth bullet section. Huh. Okay. I'm gonna look at the protein thing again. There's some kind of plastic container. I'm gonna skip a little bit. Chem A2.
Hey,
I'm gonna skip past the
Correct.
glass as well.
so
Okay. Nothing new. Okay. It was worth a shot. The candy wrapper. I gave that to Sakura. She got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? Nurse's office. Okay. Let's see what Kyoko has to
in
say.
other words,
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles puts it all together. And I believe you will arrive at one of the most persuasive conclusion.
hey,
So, what do you think? It's all on you. The experiment showed the pieces of glass on the floor were heavier than an intact Monokuma bottle. And the bottles all have something in common. There's apparently an important secret hidden there. Can I look at the bottles one more time? Something new, something new.
hey,
There's a hidden correlation between the bottles. Pay very careful attention and you're sure to find it. Correlation. I don't know what the bottles have in common, and I don't understand the results of the experiment. Comparing the weight of the broken bottle pieces completely intact to Monokuma bottle, clearly heavier.
so
The results of our experiment between each bottle put it all together. And I believe you'll come with
indeed.
it. What do you want me to do here? I notice they're all chess pieces, but... Can I look at Aoi, or Sakura again? According to
Just a
Kyoko,
second.
just staring off to space isn't going to help you figure out anything. Well, yeah, I know, but
Hey,
don't you think you might need to actually examine the body?
whew,
There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although there are still some times, I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
it's true.
That's totally normal. Then how can you?
So
Imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind.
hey,
More importantly, look here. Her shoes have the powder on it. That's good to know. Her shoes.
correct.
You see that yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
That powder is a clue number 1. Yellow powder has been added to the truth bullet section in your handbook. Next is the wound on her head. Look carefully.
It's true.
Actually, even telling you that is incredibly difficult to spot. So let me just explain.
It would seem
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows?
indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Kyoko's examination summary. I can't believe what she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. Huh. I don't know what else to look at here. This again? Something new, something new. In correlation. It's not going to give it to me. I really do think it's something to do
So
with them being chess pieces. But it won't. Because Makoto has the IQ of a rock, he hasn't been able to figure it out.
indeed.
So am I supposed to just leave? Well, I can leave the area. Do I have a reason to, though? Oh, let me look at my clues. I'm actually a little confused with this one. Pocket trash. Monokuma figure was found laying in the rec room floor. It would fit roughly in the palm of your hand. Okay. So obtaining a piece would be difficult to impossible. What am I missing? How about the locker imprint? Again, locker's open, and there on the inside, it's a handprint.
Why?
What's a handprint doing here?
It's
Blah,
true.
blah, blah about the dust.
Hey,
This is old. Oh yeah, we've heard this already. Skip through it again. Huh. This one's really has a bunch of things that just aren't obvious to click out. How about the chair? The chair is shoved up against the doorknob. Couldn't get it open. There's no evidence that any kind of string. Nope. Nothing about that either. I think I'm gonna end this one off and have a think about it, just to figure out in my head where to go next. So, in this one, so thank y'all for oh wait, let's go back here. Just so I can cut off the music for a bit, but thank y'all for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you all in the next one. And I guess we'll be going to the class trial in the next one, because I'm pretty sure I'm almost done with the investigation. But I don't know where to go, so I'm going to try and think it over one more time and try and figure out for the next one. So thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Keep being spooky, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace out. Hey guys and girls, I just want to say thank you for watching the video. If you liked everything today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe and hit the bell notification. Thank you all for watching, and peace out. See you all next time.